Picture this. You're Dana White. You've got a checkbook open. You're ready to write a number so big it makes your head spin. We're talking $100 million for one more night in the cage. Most fighters would sell their soul for that. But Khabib, he didn't even blink. He just walked away. Now get this, people thought he was bluffing. They thought he'd missed the lights, the roar of the crowd, or the gold around his waist. But here's the kicker. It's late 2025, and the door isn't just closed, it's deadbolted. You have to realize how rare this is. In this sport, everyone hangs on too long. They chase one last payday until they're a shell of themselves. But Khabib, he chose a promise to his mother over a mountain of cash. He chose his father's legacy over a $100 million silence. Wait, it gets crazier. He didn't just leave a hole in the division, he built a fortress around it. He's not a fighter anymore, he's the architect. You're looking at the man responsible for Islam Makhachev and the rest of the team dominating the rankings. He didn't just retire, he changed the DNA of the UFC forever. Community poll time. I want to hear from you. If the UFC offered you $100 million to take one more fight, knowing you'd already promised your family you'd quit, do you take the money or keep your word? Drop money or legacy in the comments. Because honestly, most of us would take the check, but Khabib isn't most of us, and he's never coming back.
Chapter 1. The weight of the offer. Picture this. You're sitting in a room. Across from you is the most powerful man in combat sports, Dana White. He slides a piece of paper across the table. On it, a number so big it doesn't even look real. We're talking $40 million, maybe more. All you have to do is put the gloves back on. One more night, one more walk. Most people would grab that pen before he finished the sentence, but Khabib, he didn't even blink. Now get this, as we sit here in late 2025, that door hasn't just been closed, it's been welded shut. The eagle is never coming back to the cage, and honestly, it's the most legendary no in the history of the sport. Let me ask you a question. What's your word worth? Back in October 2020, right after he dismantled Gaethje, Khabib promised his mother he was done. His father, the great Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, had passed away. The mission was over. 29-0, perfect. But here's the kicker. For 5 years, the UFC treated that retirement like a temporary vacation. They kept the lights on for him. They kept the offers coming. They thought everyone has a price. You've seen it 1,000 times in boxing and MMA. Legends come back for the money fight and end up getting hurt or looking like a shell of themselves. Wait, it gets crazier. Even now, with his protégé Islam Makhachev sitting firmly on the throne, the rumors never stopped. Until last month. Khabib's latest, final statement wasn't just a rejection of money, it was a rejection of the lifestyle. He's not a fighter anymore, he's a kingmaker. He's realized that his father's legacy isn't about how many belts he owns, but how many champions he can build. Community poll moment. You see, the UFC isn't just losing a fighter, they're losing the final boss. By staying retired, Khabib did something more dangerous to the business than any loss could have. He proved that the UFC's gold isn't the most valuable thing in the world. His principles were. I'm telling you, this decision changed the game forever. It left a vacuum that nobody can truly fill. Because how do you promote a world champion when everyone knows there's a guy in Dagestan who never lost, never bled, and simply decided he was too honorable to take your money? You know, we always talk about who the GOAT is, but maybe the real greatest of all time isn't the guy with the most wins. It's the guy who knew exactly when to walk away and actually had the heart to stay gone. The offer was heavy, but Khabib's word, that was heavier.
Picture this. You're standing on a rugged mountain cliff in Dagestan. It's cold, the air is thin, and the ground is nothing but rock and grit. This isn't a vacation spot, it's a factory. And for 29 fights, that factory produced the most terrifying force the UFC has ever seen. But here's the kicker. Most fighters see the UFC gold belt as the finish line. They want the fame, they want the private jets, they want the life. But for Khabib Nurmagomedov, the belt was just a tool. It was never the goal. Now get this. In late 2025, the rumors started swirling again. Fans were desperate. They thought maybe one more, maybe for the right price. We're talking $40 million. That's never work again for 10 generations money. But Khabib didn't even blink. He said no, again. You have to understand the Dagestan code. It's not about the bank account. It's about the word.
When Khabib took off those gloves after beating Justin Gaethje, he didn't just leave them in the octagon. He left them with his mother. He made a promise. And in his world, a promise to your mother is worth more than every dollar in Dana White's pocket. Wait, it gets crazier. Most guys retire and disappear, or worse, they stay too long and become a shell of themselves. You've seen it happen to the legends. They lose that step, they get caught, and it breaks your heart. Khabib, he did something different. He didn't leave the sport, he just moved to the corner. He traded the spotlight for a stopwatch. He became the Shadow King. He's the architect behind the current champion, Islam Makhachev. If you think Khabib was dominant, you haven't been paying attention to the way he coaches. He's not just teaching them how to wrestle, he's teaching them how to live. Community poll moment. We need to settle this in the comments. Is Khabib the GOAT because of his 29-0 record, or is he the GOAT because he was the only man disciplined enough to walk away at the absolute top? Drop a record or legacy below. Let's see where you stand. Now, look at the lightweight division today. It's a Shark Tank, but it's a Shark Tank that Khabib built. He didn't just leave a vacuum when he retired, he left a blueprint. Every time you see Makhachev drag someone to the deep water, you're seeing Khabib's ghost in the cage. But here's the real reason his final decision changed the UFC forever. He proved that you can't buy everyone. In an era of money fights and Twitter beef, Khabib's silence is the loudest thing in the room. He didn't need a comeback tour to prove he was the best. He just needed to stay home. You might hate the style, you might miss the drama, but you have to respect the code. The king is gone and he's never coming back. And honestly, that's exactly why he'll live forever.
So, Khabib walks away at 29-0. Most guys would just vanish, right? They'd buy a yacht, hit the beach, and never look at a pair of 4-ounce gloves again. But not Khabib. He didn't just leave a hole in the UFC. He left a shadow, and that shadow has a name, Islam Makhachev. Now, get this. You might think Khabib just wanted to go home and rest, but he had a promise to keep. Not just to his mother, but to his father, Abdulmanap. The plan was always father's vision, and that vision didn't end with Khabib. It was a relay race, and Khabib was about to hand off the baton while running at a full sprint. See, Islam Makhachev isn't just some teammate, he's like a brother. They grew up on the same mats, they ate the same food, they took the same lumps. But here's the kicker. Khabib spent his entire retirement camp not training for himself, but building the ultimate successor. He turned into a coach overnight. You've seen Khabib in the corner, right? He's terrifying. He doesn't just give advice, he barks orders like a general in a war zone. He's lived through the pressure, so he knows exactly how to get Makhachev through the fire. It's like Khabib is playing a video game and Islam is the character he's controlling with a joystick. But wait, it gets crazier. When Islam finally choked out Charles Oliveira to take the belt, Khabib didn't celebrate like a fan. He hoisted Islam onto his shoulders. You could see it in his eyes. It was mission accomplished. He proved that the Dagestani style wasn't just a fluke, it's a system that's designed to break everyone in its path. Community poll moment. Let's settle this in the comments right now. Do you think Islam Makhachev is actually a better all-around fighter than Khabib was, or is he just the great value version of the Eagle? Hit that poll on your screen or drop a comment below. I want to see your takes on this one. Now listen, in late 2025, Khabib made it clear. He's done, for real this time. No more coaching, no more traveling, no more maybe one more fight. He's choosing family over the fame. You have to respect that. Most guys can't walk away from the lights. They stay too long, they get knocked out by kids half their age. But by stepping back completely, Khabib did something even more impactful. He forced Makhachev to stand on his own 2 feet. He's not just Khabib's friend anymore. He's the king of the mountain. And Khabib, he's just a man who kept his word. The UFC changed forever because he didn't just win. He left a blueprint for how to dominate and then simply disappear. So picture this. It's late 2020. The dust is still settling on UFC 254. Dana White is sitting in a war room, probably staring at a mountain of cash and a whiteboard. He thinks he knows the game. He thinks everyone has a price, especially a guy at the absolute peak of his powers. But here's the kicker. Khabib didn't just walk away. He bolted the door and threw away the key. For the last few years, the UFC actually had a secret plan. It was simple. Keep the door unlocked, keep the phone lines open, wait for the itch to come back. Because let's be real, you don't just stop being the best in the world and feel totally fine about it, right?
Now get this, behind the scenes, the offers were getting straight up offensive. We're talking $40 million. That's buy your own island money. Dana was basically begging. He wanted Khabib versus Conor too. He wanted Khabib versus GSP. He wanted the legacy fights that break the internet and the pay-per-view records. But wait, it gets crazier. While the UFC was busy planning a comeback, Khabib was busy building an empire. He wasn't sitting on a beach in Dubai. He was in the gym, grinding, but not for himself. He was molding Islam, Makhachev. You see, that was the real secret plan. Not the UFC's, but Khabib's. He wasn't just retiring, he was installing a successor. He was making sure the lightweight belt stayed in Dagestan without him ever having to throw another punch. Think about it. Have you ever seen a champion just give it all away? Most guys hang on until they're getting knocked out by teenagers on the prelims. But Khabib, he decided his word to his mother was worth $40 million. You have to respect that level of discipline. It's almost scary. Community poll moment. Let's pause for a second. I want to hear from you. Drop a comment right now. Do you think Khabib is the undisputed GOAT because he left at the top, or does the short career take him out of the conversation? Type legacy if he's the greatest, or GSP if you think longevity matters more. I'm reading all of these. Now fast forward to right now, December 2025. The rumors finally died. The UFC's secret hope of a one last ride is officially toast. Khabib's final decision didn't just change his life, it broke the UFC's business model. They realized they couldn't buy him. They realized the eagle doesn't dance for anyone. But here's the kicker. By staying retired, he did something even bigger. He created a vacuum that changed the sport's history. By focusing entirely on coaching, he turned Makhachev into a literal wrecking ball. Wait, it gets even more intense. The UFC wanted a superstar to promote. Instead, Khabib gave them a ghost and a new king in Makhachev to deal with. It's a total game changer. The lightweight division isn't about who's the best anymore. It's about who can survive the system Khabib built. And that, my friends, is how you change the world without ever stepping back into the cage.
So, it's official. The door isn't just closed, it's locked, and the key is at the bottom of the Caspian Sea. You've heard the rumors for years, right? Every time a big fight comes up, fans start whispering about a comeback. But here's the kicker. Khabib is staying retired. In late 2025, he made it clearer than ever. He's not a fighter anymore. He's the architect. Dana White reportedly threw $40 million at him to step back inside that cage. $40 million. Most people would sell their soul for a fraction of that. Now, get this. Khabib didn't even flinch. He gave his word to his mother, and in his world, that's worth more than any PPV bonus. But you have to realize what this did to the UFC. It left a massive vacuum at the top of the lightweight division. Wait, it gets crazier. He didn't just walk away and disappear. He built a factory. You see that empty throne? He's the one who decided who sits on it. By coaching Islam Makhachev to absolute dominance, Khabib is still winning, just without the sweat. He changed the sport forever by proving you can leave at the absolute peak. No one last ride, no sad knockout losses in your 40s. You're looking at the only man who truly beat the game. Community poll. Be honest with me. Do you think walking away at 29-0 makes Khabib the GOAT? Or does he need that 30th win to seal the deal? Let us know in the comments. Legacy or unfinished?